Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another tutorial in this series of learning HTML and CSS. And in this tutorial, we'll be covering list, unordered, and ordered list. Those are the two main different types. And also links and buttons. So it should be fun, but also stick around because at the end, I'm going to give you a couple of bonuses, which I think you will enjoy maybe. We'll see. But let's get right to it. Okay, so what is the end goal today? Well, let me show you. Here's the code that's completed. So as you can see, it's pretty simple. Nothing complex about it at all. There's our first unordered list, and then our ordered list. And then we have a line break. We covered that in the last tutorial. Then we have our link. Then we have a couple line breaks and our button. And this is what it will look like. Right here, as you can see, this is the unordered list. This is the ordered list. This is the link, and that is the button. And so we'll go ahead and get to the explanation of all of this. Okay, let's go over what an unordered list is. I'm starting with my blank HTML document. I've already put the title right here. Doesn't really matter for this tutorial. So just left arrow, UL, hit enter. If you're using Sublime, and space it down a little bit. And then you need a list. So it's LI, enter. And let's say we want to list 5 things. So just copy that line and then hit enter. Just paste 5 times like this. And I'll just put list 1, list 2, list 3, list 4. And finally, list 5. I will save it, Control S, come back to my browser and refresh. Whoops, I already had something up there. And as you can see, the list is right here. You can use this to list whatever you want out. I mean, you could make a list of groceries or, a list of names, but it just has these little black bullet points before it. And so that's what the unordered list is. Let's go over what an ordered list is. All I have to do is change U to O. Oh, I put a 0. And so if we change that from U to O, then that becomes an ordered list. And I'll just save that. Come back here and refresh. As you can see, it's numbers instead of the bullet points now. And so that's it for the ordered list. Okay, now let's cover what a link is. This is also called the anchor tag. Left arrow A, just hit enter. And as you can see, it already put href in there. If that's not in there, go ahead and put that in there just like it is. And I will give a name to this anchor tag. I will say link to Google. And then in the href, it's always good practice to put the HTTPS or HTTP // and then www.google.com. Just put the full link. It will work without the HTTPS, but I always put that in there. It's just good practice. Control S to save. We'll come back here, refresh, and as you can see, it says link to Google. And we'll go ahead and click on it, and we will be brought to google.com. And that is it for the anchor tag. Now, before I move on to the button, let me just clarify that whatever is in between the anchor tags here, that is what text will get displayed on the actual web page. And this href is what's called an attribute to that tag. And you don't have to know that, but I'm just telling you. But this is the link, and the link goes in between the quotes. So with that said, let's move on to the button. I'm going to delete that. Left arrow button, just hit enter. And I'm going to just type click me, Control S to save, go back to the browser, refresh, and as you can see, there's a button, and nothing happens when it clicks because we have not programmed it to. So that's one of the bonuses. I'll show you how to make that button do a couple of things. So that is it for the button. Let's get to the other stuff. Okay, so now it is time to make that button do something when we click it. So how do we do that? Well, One way you can do that is by wrapping the button in an anchor tag. So A, and then you have to end it, don't forget. And then we're going to type the attribute called href. And then I'm going to put a web address, https://www. I'll just do my website, 2.com. Then Control S to save. Come back to the browser, refresh, and click it. Now you can put whatever website you want to in that link or in the anchor tag, and it will go there when you click the button. So let's go back. Now let's do something a little bit different. So this is like way early on to be showing you how to do JavaScript, but I'm going to just show you how to do a JavaScript alert. So it'll have a little alert box. So let's go back to our code, and I will delete this anchor tag. Delete. And I am going to make an attribute called onClick, and I'm going to call this click. Make sure that you put the first letter capitalized or it won't work. And so under the title, in the head, I'm going to go ahead and type script, and it automatically does that for us, text JavaScript, and I'm going to declare a function. It'll turn blue, and I'm going to call it click, opening, closing parentheses, and open, closing curly brackets, and we'll space that out a little bit. So when this button is clicked, it will call this JavaScript function, and then it will come up here and it will do whatever's inside this function. So we're going to type alert, open, closing, and inline, and then quotes for a string because it's a text string, or it's, you know, text is a string. And so we'll say, you weren't supposed to click the button, exclamation. Then I'm going to change this to don't. I can't ever get that right. Don't click me. So Control S, come back here, refresh if my mouse will work. It says don't click me. We click it, and you can see the JavaScript alert. You weren't supposed to click the button. Okay, that was cool. Well, that concludes this tutorial. Hey, by the way, if you want the written article or the code that's in this tutorial, along with some extra information, make sure to click the link down below to my website. If this video, you know, like normally it takes me like a day to get that up. So if you're watching this when the video is brand new, you know, you might, it might not work yet. So anyways, with that being said, please make sure you hit that subscribe button, like button, comment, you know, whatever you want to do. And then if you do subscribe, hit that bell notification. That way you'll get notifications if I come out with, or when I come out with the next tutorial. And as always, thanks for watching.